Hello, students. So, today we're going to talk about the cracking of passwords with respect to the digital forensics aspect. So, whenever you are retrieving any type of evidence, जो भी आपने like whatever you've obtained from the forensic scene. So, once you have seized the evidence, you are going to find out that the evidence is encrypted. In most of the cases, someone or the other person will have like set a password on that. And in order to access the data, we need to break that password. So password cracking becomes a very important milestone in digital forensics. And with respect to the password cracking, we are going to discuss in this some of the ways which you can adopt while cracking passwords as an investigator. So while investigating any case or inspecting a source of digital evidence, it is quite possible that the source is encrypted. Yes, so it can be a password, it can be a pass key, and it can be a pass phrase. And this can be one of your assignments, like you need to differentiate between password, passkey and passphrase. So put that in the comment box below, and we can discuss it from then. People protect their assets by using some authentication means which gives them control over the access of their own asset. Today we're going to talk about this particular case, how you have to crack the passwords and how to proceed towards a particular case. As per the normal statistics, we can see that 0.5% of the users have this password as password. And you must be intrigued to know this कि पहले like 5 or 10 years back, whatever system you ordered or you bought, whatever type of network routers or any kind of hardware or software which you got, it used to have like some sort of default password. लैपटॉप में होता था ना 1 2 3 default admin networks के passwords. All of those default passwords were there. But slowly what happened was people started to hack the systems using those default passwords, because supposedly my father got a system and he had that password admin. If the government agency set it up for him, he is not going to change it. I know that he is not going to change it. He knows he is not going to change it, and the attacker knows he is not going to change it. So slowly such kind of attacks started to happen, and this led to the convention where the manufacturers refused to set up the default passwords. They said that we are going to ask the users कि आप set करो अपना खुद का password. And even when that happens, people choose the password as password. You can see this. I have this like exact data. 0.4% of the people will use password as password, or 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1.6% of the people have password which belong to top 10 passwords in this world. 4.4% of the people have passwords which belong to top 100 passwords. And just look at this number. 30% of the people have the best password which belongs to a pool of 10,000 passwords. So that means I can crack 30% of the passwords by hitting them 10,000 times, and it is comparatively very easy for a machine to hit a password 10,000 times. So 30% of the people's password can be easily broken, and that includes like majorly I would say that includes us, and especially our parents, the older generation, who they don't have that kind of awareness to be specific about the password management, about 2-factor authentication, 3-factor authentication, about the keys which are being circulated. And talking about this quote, this is a very beautiful quote. Reversing or extracting a password is not impossible. किसी भी पासवर्ड को तोड़ना या फिर रिवर्स करना impossible नहीं है. It will just take you a lot of time. Simply, it just needs thought, time and lots of work. So these 3 parameters are very important. When we talk about thought, we are talking about the wisdom of the investigator. When we talk about time, it cannot be broken in a window of 30 seconds. If you have supercomputers, then maybe yes, but otherwise if you're using like basic means, then you need a lot of time to break it, and it needs lots of work. And this work will be done by the machine, that is obvious. Time will also be taken by the machine and the investigator together. The thought component is where we come into the picture. Forensic investigators come into the picture. They have to think about how to approach a particular password, how to crack a particular password. And with regard to this, we are going to discuss social engineering today. I will start this in the next video. So I will just introduce you what we are going to discuss in this topic under password cracking. When we are procuring any type of evidence, when we are seizing any type of evidence, you will find कि सबसे पहले तो आपका लैपटॉप या जो सिस्टम है that is password protected, even if you are able to crack it. once you are able to crack it, you're going to see that the online accounts are password protected. चलो आपने वो भी कर लिया. Then you're going to see that important documents, like you might have seen the credit card or debit card statements which you get on your emails, that is encrypted. So how you're going to decrypt that? There are levels and levels of encryption. Everything is password protected, and now these days it is becoming more and more difficult, right? So it becomes important to understand how to approach a particular problem, how to approach a particular password, and how to crack it. And that is where these means come to the picture. One way or the other way we can crack it. So the first means is to go via the social engineering means. कहाँ पे? मैं आपको ओके मेरी लोकेशन दे ठीक है, सेंड मी द लोकेशन आल्सो. ओके बेबी. So after social engineering, we have the removing and resetting of the BIOS or CMOS password. This I will discuss with you. If that doesn't work, then we have dictionary based attacking, for which we have different tools. If that doesn't work, we have brute force attacking. We have keyloggers and keylogging. Then the default password, just to simply check the default passwords. And then we have the rainbow table attacks, which is also a very interesting topic to learn about. So these are the ways or means which you can adopt or follow while cracking passwords, and most of the work is done by the tools. You don't have to do it manually, but a lot of times human intelligence and the intelligence of the forensic investigator plays a key role while cracking the passwords, and we're going to discuss it in the next video. Thank you. If you have any questions, you can put them in the comment box and I would answer them. And please just mention the difference between password, passkey and passphrase. Otherwise I will make it mandatory to upload that on Moodle, right? So thank you. Have a good day.